But I've been working on a Druid spell writing system, right? And I've been trying to come up with a lore reason as to why we've got the spells looking like this. Like, why, as the University of Theoretical Magic, have we decided that this is the way that we're going to standardize Druid writing? So I decided the first reason why this is probably picked is because it is the most common version. That's the axiom I decided for this fantasy world. So then the question is, why is it the most common way of writing it? Well, as with all world building, I'm doing it in my D&D world. This is the map I played my first campaign in. If you're curious, this is where the University of Theoretical Magic is. It's the Hugh and Mage College in this, but for us, it's the University of Theoretical Magic. And Huey here is a huge merchant nation. They make a lot of money, and that's how they can survive in this less hospitable north that's very much like Scotland. So I thought, what if there's kind of local druids in and around these hills, who then go with their carts and they travel across the world, and to maybe scare away bandits or try and have better luck on their travels, they carve these spells into the spokes of their wheels. So this here becomes this wheel where these are carved into the spokes. And I thought that's such a fun idea that as these merchants have traveled around, this single idea has become much, much more commonplace. I love that. I love that whole world building premise. But it isn't the only way you can write it, and I highlight a couple others in the book. So the writing obviously takes an awful lot of inspiration from Ohum, which is this kind of carved language here. It's an old Irish medieval language. There you can see it's been carved into a stone. So I was like, oh, I have an idea. In the islands of Aldberg, right at the top in Elvag, there are a lot of standing stone circles, very much like the ones I've been seeing everywhere around in Scotland. So I thought, what if these standing stone circles have these spells carved into them? And that the mythology is they used to be the stone crowns of giants, who would use these stone circle crowns as a spell book, basically. And so now the druids in and around this area still use much smaller stone crowns as their way of writing down spells. Another example is here in Luch in the Tail Highlands, which are here. This could be where instead of writing things down, they're maybe tying it into knots instead. So each of these symbols would instead be a knot rather than a written symbol. I thought that was very cool, very much like I think it was the Incans that did that. And then another one is in Isled, where there's just gemstones everywhere. It's a really wealthy land. I'll talk about that lore if people want. The druids actually put imperfections within the gemstones so that they shine differently under certain light, and that's how they note spells. And if you change the color of the light, you can have different spells. So you end up with a spell book in a single gemstone. I just wanted to share that world building I've been doing. If you have any other ideas, please feel free to share them. Anyway, hope you have a lovely day and enjoy this map. Okay, bye.